Hi everyone, here is the monthly income report for the month of June for all my niche websites. Let's get started with the site number 1. As you see here, there was no content published in the month of June. 0 articles were published. If you remember the plan that I shared some time back for this year, there was as per the plan, I did not have any intention to publish any content beyond actually April, but there were few articles that were already written which got published in the month of May. So in June there was no content published, and as of now no work is going on this particular site. And this particular site was not got hit heavily in the May update. You can see here in the month of May it got about 64k page views, and June also more or less same, about 5% of decrease. That's about it. That's more or less flat. And with respect to revenue, from MediaVine it earned $1355.90, followed by Amazon US $400, and then UK 11 and Canada 28. Altogether site made $1,797.20, and expenses are very minimal for the month of June because there was no content written and published for this particular site. The cost is only for the hosting and links, Genius links. So net to net only $9 is the cost. So that means the site made $1,788 net profit in the month of June. So let's go to site number 2. Site number 2, more or less now I kind of abandoned this site. As of now, absolutely no plans to work on this because I haven't seen any live even after publishing few articles. So hence I don't have much of hopes. If something happens miraculously in next few months, then I will think about it. For now, no work is going on, no focus, so there is nothing much to talk about. There is no revenue in the month of June, and cost is basically the minimal cost, basically whatever I need to spend for hosting and all that. So net about $16 of negative. So as long as I hold this site, I will have to incur these costs like hosting and domain renewal. But that's the only cost that I am thinking I will spend on this particular site, probably for next few months. Then I may decide to completely discard it or to hold it. That's about site number 2. And site number 3, if you see here, there was no content published in the month of June. There are I think 2 or 3 articles were written, but I didn't have time and I was busy with something else. Because of that reason, no content was published. However, the plan is still on for this particular site. As I mentioned in my annual planning video that I created, if you have not yet watched it, please go and check it out. I did mention that there will be a steady slow and steady work on this particular site. That means the plan is to publish about 3 to 5 articles. I stick to this. As and when I will get the content, I am going to publish it. But in the month of June, no articles were published. The revenue is $237 from EZOIC and Amazon. And if you see here the page views, you can clearly see the impact because of the core update. As I shown in my in previous video, there is nearly 50% of impact on this particular site. You can see here sessions, 10k sessions in the month of May and nearly 5k sessions in the month of June. So obviously that will affect in terms of revenue also. Total revenues to 37 and total expenses are $66. Net to net, site made $171 profit in the month of June, and cumulative, if you see, site is still in $861 negative. That's about site 3. And site 4, again no work is going on. Starting from last year October onwards, so I stopped working on this particular site, and you see here no articles published in last few months, including June. And also you can see the decrease in the traffic. The page views gone down from 12k to 7k, and sessions from 11k to 6k, almost 50% impact for this particular site also. And coming to revenue, it's site made about $88 revenue both from EZOIC and Amazon, and cost is only minimal, whatever I need to spend for hosting and domain renewal and all that, because there is no content getting published on this particular site. So net to net, if you see, site made $72.50 of profit in the month of June, and cumulative site is still in negative, about $659. That's about site 4. And site 5, there is some work going on, but not very aggressively. In the month of June, there was one article got published, and you can see the impact here on the traffic post May update. It was earlier about nearly 1900 to 2000 page views, which gone down to 600, almost that means 70%, nearly 60 to 70%, 60 to 70% impact on this particular site, which you can see in the revenue also. Earlier last month it made about $300, whereas in this month from Amazon, this month it made only about $88. So obviously there is an impact on this particular site because traffic has gone down post core update. Let's see what happens in coming months and weeks. So net site made $90 revenue, and if you see the cost, I'm getting few articles written for this particular site. Again, going little slow. So cost towards content is about 42. Altogether, if you see, $50 is the total expenses, $90 is the total profit. Good thing about this particular site is this site became profit altogether in previous month itself. If you can see in the month of May itself, it net to net, if you look at the cumulative spend and revenues, already site is in the profit of $186. That means even from now on, even the site makes very little profit, still overall site will be in the profit only. That's why I'm not really very concerned about this particular site. I will keep a watch on the spend and revenue. I will spend only as much as I earn on this site. I will not really go aggressively and spend more than what I am earning, so that site will stay in positive even though the traffic is less. That's the plan for this particular site. And coming to site number 6, which is my second, at least the site that I am hoping very high in this particular year. You can see here I published only 5 articles. The reason is in the month of June overall I was not very aggressive in terms of publishing content. I intentionally slowed down. I did mention this in my previous video also. I want to wait and watch how things will shape up, and then want to once again pick up the momentum. So there is content getting written, but I am actually going little slow on when I am publishing it. So only 5 articles got published in the month of June, and you can see here the impact on the page views. It was earlier 15K, whereas in the month of May and in the month of June it came down to 10K almost. That means 30 to 40% of impact on the traffic it came down, and then sessions 14K to 9K, almost 40%. You can clearly see here 40% decrease in terms of traffic. Now the very interesting thing is, if you recall my video where I shared the impact of traffic of all my websites post May update, I have mentioned, and I also shared the Google Search Console screenshot where this site almost recovered nearly 80%. If you have not watched that video, please go and check it out. But what happened is, after I created that video, I think around June 27 or 28, there seems to be another unconfirmed update went live, which actually brought down this particular site once again. Now whatever recovery that happened in third week of June, it all gone down. Now the site is again in the same state where it was post May core update. So that means there will be a significant impact once again on this traffic if recovery doesn't happen in coming weeks. So I will anyway keep you posted when I report the July month income report. But for now, things are not looking very good on this particular site. But I'm still positive on this. I strongly believe that I invested a lot of effort and we published good content. Hence, sooner or later site should recover. For now, things are not looking very positive. That's about it. And in the month of June, site made $700 of revenue, and expenses are $336. Net to net, site brought $375 of profit, and cumulative only $130 negative for now. This is the very good thing. So hopefully, I think in the month of July, even though the traffic goes down, I strongly believe that site will recover entire its cost. So from then on, I think it will be on the safe side. I can actually control the cost so that even traffic gets decreased, the site won't be too much of in negative. So I will anyway keep you posted. That's about the month of June. And site number 7, this is the site that got severely affected, as I also mentioned in my other video where I shared about these the traffic details of all the sites post May update. You can see here the sessions, the page views gone down from 7K to 2K. That means almost 70% down. And same sessions also not publishing any content. There is no plan to publish any more content on this particular site. The cost is going to only be the minimal. The good thing is, as you can see, the revenue is $100, the cost is only 13, and this month alone it made about $90. You can see here previous months it was steadily making about $300 of revenue, if you see here, but this month it's about only $100 because traffic 70% gone down. And net to net this month $94 is the profit, and good thing is it is overall site is in profit. So hence, even if traffic is less, nothing much to worry. Site will still keep adding few, maybe less dollars, but to profit only. That's about site number 7. And site number 8, nothing much to talk about yet. I have plans to pick these sites maybe in sometime in this year, but because of all this May core update and all this whatever changes happening, I am just going little slow. Probably in next couple of months I will start focusing on this particular site. For this month there is nothing much to talk about, hardly about 100 page views, and there is no revenue, there is not much cost also. So net to net the site is still into $100 of negative. And site 9, this is the site, this also got affected with after May core update. You can see here the page views gone down from 1200 to nearly 500, almost 60 to 70% impact. And the revenue is only $17, expenses as $2.5. Net to net, of course, site is in this month alone it made $15 of profit, but if you see cumulative, still site is $870 of negative. So we need to see this site need to recover post this update, then only it can actually recover its cost. That's site 9. And site number 10, this is the case study site that where I have been sharing all the details with you, including the website URL and all that. If you have not yet watched that playlist, please go and check it out. Since I purchased this particular site, whatever actions I have been whatever activities I have been performing on this particular site, I have been capturing as a video and published and included in that particular playlist. Please go and check it out. In the month of June, no articles are published. I have some plans to publish some more content on this particular site, but for now going little slow. And you can see the traffic also 50% got affected in the month of May, about 2000 if you compare to the month of April to 5, whereas in June about 1300, 50%. And I still see that it's further gone down in the month of last week of June. So total site made $40 of revenue, and the expenses are about $69 because I got, I think, couple of 2 or 3 articles written, not published in the month of June, going to publish in July, but the cost was incurred in the month of June. So net to net $30 of negative. And if you look at the cumulative, still site is in $335 negative. And site number 11, this is the site that I purchased in last month only. Still I need to relocate it. This I need to review this particular site and all that. I'm sitting on it as of now without doing much of work. And this is another site which actually significantly got affected, though earlier also numbers were not very high, but whatever traffic it has, it lost almost everything. If you see here, it was nearly getting about 1000 page views, 800 to 900 page views per month, whereas in the month of June you can see about only 300. I think next month it may further go down. That's how the trend looks like. So that means I may have to do lot of things on this particular site with respect to rewriting the content or publishing new content to, if I want to see this see some life for this particular site. I do have plans because outdoor is one of the niche that I have been thinking about adding to my portfolio. Because of that reason, I seriously want to review this particular site, but probably from next month onwards. And cost is I think few articles got rewritten. That's the reason you can see here $154 of additional cost. No articles are published. If you see here on top, 0 articles published. That's the new articles were not published, but there were few articles which I found in the very first round of review itself, which were very bad with respect to quality. Those got rewritten. So net to net, the cost is about $171 in this month. So nearly 170 total, that is into negative only. If you see here, cumulative also, total site is at about $694 in negative. We need to see how to recover the entire cost that's been spent on this particular site. Site number 12 is another site that I purchased in the month of May. And this particular site is flat with respect to core update impact. You can see here in the month of May 600 views and June also 700 page views. I see it is stable in the month of July also, more or less we may see the same traffic. And not much revenue as such. It made about only $5 revenue in the month of June. And I got AdSense approved for this particular site, so some few dollars will start coming from AdSense also. And total net to net, nothing much to talk about as such. There is no much revenue, neither lot of revenue nor lot of expenses, hence it says flat. But it need to recover the cost I spent to purchase this particular site. You can see here $325 is what I spent. I believe it will recover in few months, because I don't see huge negative impact post core update. Considering that reason, I think a matter of time before traffic goes up a little bit, and then it will start making some profits. That's about site number 12. And finally, this is the portfolio, total portfolio. If you look at the month of June, the total revenue is $3,097.77, and total expenses are $756. Net to net portfolio at portfolio level, $2,341.43 is the total net profit for the month of June alone, and cumulative you can see 26K. May update. That's about it for now. Thanks. Bye.